In today's video, I want to show you how to create your own website and then monetize that website using Bitcoin Cash. So let's get started. We're going to use WordPress. So the first thing you'll need is to find a hosting provider that gives you WordPress hosting. I'll put a link in the description. So usually I'm just going to use SiteGround or recommend a SiteGround for you because they will do all the setup for you and there's zero coding skills required for your part. And the cheapest plan is fine, so you'll get your domain and your own WordPress set up by them for you. And after purchase, it will look something like this. They will give you login data to your domain, so it's not going to be localhost, it's going to be your server, your publicly reachable server. And looking like this, then you can just go on the sidebar, and the first thing you will want to do is look for plugins and add new. And on that page, you will want to add the Prompt Cache WordPress plugin. Just type it in the search up there and it'll show up. You just press install. And after it's installed, you can immediately just press activate. And now you'll see the Prompt Cache plugin here on the sidebar. And also here it will tell you that the API keys are missing. You can click on either of them, it will take you to the same page. And here is where you're gonna have to add your API keys. And you can also do some other settings. Your API keys you can find when you log into your prompt.cache account. Under accounts, here you see REST API, public token and secret token. So you just paste both of them over here. Also, I'm going to make it publicly available to search engines and press save. So now that's it. Now the plugin is set up. And you can see inside the plugin there are multiple shortcuts and they tell you what they do. Essentially, you can use these shortcuts to hide content and to blur images just by using them inside any post or page. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to just create a new post that I want to monetize. Let's say test video pay. And these shortcuts you can just write like normal text inside your post content. Prompt hide, I can specify an amount or I can use the default amount from settings. Let's just say 2 cents is the amount I want people to pay. And I close the shortcut. And everything in between there that I write now, it can be text or video or download links or anything you choose, that will be hidden until the user pays for this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just paste the video there, embedding this one. And voila, here we go. Now I publish it. And immediately the user can then view this page and he will see something like this. Remember, the 02 was the amount we entered in the shortcut. And now I'm just going to pay using my mobile wallet for that. Payment sent. And here it comes. And voila, now you see the video coming up here. So this is obviously just a default WordPress style. When you install it, you can customize the design and everything. But the point here is that you can hide and monetize any content in your post just by writing a few shortcut tags. Another similarly interesting thing is the ability to blur images. I'm going to show you that too. Let's go for this one here. It works exactly the same way. The only difference here is that inside this post I wrote prompt blur instead of prompt hide, and I put an image in between. I can also specify the amount if I don't want the default amount from settings. Let's say 3 cents for this image. And now I again view the page. And voila, now here is the blurred image. This is what the user will see. And now the user has to pay to unblur that image. So you can make your image gallery with some nice preview function. And again, I'm paying using my mobile wallet, payment sent. And voila, here we go. Now here's the clear image coming up. And all of this is session based. So if I reload the page, I still have access to the same content. So if a user comes back a day later or anytime later, he can still see all the content that he previously purchased. As long as he doesn't delete his browser cookies, it's all available to him. So the last two things I want to show you are two integrations for this plugin, because you might want to manage advanced access to your content. Let's say you have a news site and you want to give your users 30-day access to all your premium articles, or let's say you're selling different types of online courses for different things and you want to sell each of these courses as a bundle, and each course has many pages in your site with all the tutorials and so on. So we integrate with another plugin called Restrict Content Pro. So if you just install their plugin and you go into their settings and under payments, you will see that prompt cache is available as a payment option there. So you just have to enable it, and it takes the settings from the main menu of prompt cache that we did before. So there's nothing more to configure here for you. You just enable it and voila, that's done. So now when a user wants to pay for membership using Restrict Content Pro, he has the same iframe available to pay for his membership. And the second integration I want to show you is WooCommerce, a very famous plugin for all online stores. You can sell physical goods or digital goods, meaning downloads, etc., everything. And under WooCommerce settings, there's also an integration for our plugins. So you just go under payments, and then here Bitcoin Cash BCH, you will see this is the prompt cache gateway here. You can just press setup. And again, it takes all the settings from the main menu on prompt cache where we entered API keys, etc. So you just have to press save and make sure it's enabled. And now if I go to my store, I only have one test product here, but I can buy my test product now. I go view cart, I proceed to checkout, and voila, here there's Bitcoin Cash now as a payment option, and this comes from the Prompt Cash plugin, and it says pay in Bitcoin Cash by just scanning a QR code. Now I will just place my order right here. And voila, I get the same payment frame for my order with all the other WooCommerce order totals and order data, and it works the same like before, and this way you can sell physical and digital goods using prompt.cash. Some final thoughts on what's happening here behind the scenes and what are the advantages of our prompt.cash gateway. So the unfortunate truth is that crypto payments are still a lot harder than credit card payments and similar payments, because normally you just call a gateway with your payment data and you get back a response, either accepted or declined, and that's it. While with crypto payments, you still have to manage all the state of the payment in your own database, which usually means you have to integrate with some cron framework, WordPress cron or whatever you're using. And first of all, you have to find empty addresses for your XPub, which might be at a very high range, like 500 or so. Again, you need to run a cron to find an empty address range first. And then you need to manage all these addresses, check for balances, you need to check for expired payments, you need to make sure that the gap in your addresses isn't too large, otherwise your wallet will not recognize new payments anymore. You need to check for confirmations, and again, all these background checks that happen, Prompt Cash will take away from you. So it's really similar to a credit card payment. You just make an API call, payment done or payment not done, and that's it. That's why Prompt Cash is a great help for integrating crypto into your store. So that's it for today. Let me know if you have any questions.